In today's tutorial, let's do the daisy plain dishcloth. Let's not judge the picture because there's a little bit more fabulosity within this pattern. Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as yarnspirations.com. In today's tutorial, we're going to work on the daisy plain dishcloth. Now when I printed this out, I thought this dishcloth was more flat than it is because it's really hard to tell within the photograph, and so I did a sample just to see what it looks like. You'll be very surprised. So let's put these down and show you what the sample looks like. So you will notice here that it has a lot of raised bumps on it, and you will notice that it looks really quite nice and strategic. So if you're really looking for a dishcloth that can do some scrubbing and is not so flat, this is the way to go. I actually have a secret project that I'm not going to tell you about in this tutorial that I'm working on to make it even more cooler. So within the kitchen you're going to need lily, sugar, and cream if you're in the United States, but if you're here in Canada you can use the Bernat Handicrafter in order to make this. Now this is the total width of this, and if you really get a good idea of it, this is really wide. So I'm going to teach you how to make a smaller version. I think it's a little too wide in my opinion, and I would make it a little bit smaller because that's just the kind of person I am in the kitchen. So I will be able to teach you that as well, but of course you can follow the pattern and make it more useful for you. In today's pattern you're going to notice that there's a repeat of 4 rows, and they are rows 2, 3, 4, and the 5th row is repeating row 3. And you're gonna do that because what you're gonna notice here is that you can see that you got a raised bump here, and then it skips one, and then a raised bump here. You will notice in the next one here is that the raised bumps are in between. Okay? So because of that, it has to have a different set of instructions in order to do that. So every time you get 4 rows done, it just repeats back to what we had started off with before. The nice thing about this particular pattern is that you're gonna think to yourself, oh, that's a little inconvenient, but the reality is that every other row is just a single crochet straight across. So it makes it really quite simple. So what happens on this pattern? The other side's completely flat. So all of the bumps appear in the front side of this project, and this is one of the things that I never noticed in the picture. Even though I know it now, it's still hard to see. So this is one of those gems in a pattern. So let's begin, and I'm gonna teach you how to customize this for yourself. In today's pattern I'm using a 5mm size H crochet hook today in lily, sugar, and cream yarn. Let's begin with a slip knot. Now it says in the pattern to chain 44. So if you want to follow the pattern exactly as it states and get that large size that you saw, then that's up to you. If you would like to customize it, you have to keep it an even number. So I'm gonna do a smaller sample just to prove this to you. So I'm gonna only do 12 because that's an even number. So 1, 2, 3, I'm just chaining 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And now because I have an even number, I'm good to go. So this is just one of those really kind of a neat idea. Let's begin row number 2. So let's begin row number 1. In row number 1 it says 1 single crochet, second chain from the hook, and 1 single crochet in each of the chains. So looking under here, you go 1 and then go to the second, turn it over and get the back hump only, or the back, and just single crochet. And single crochet, once you do the first one in the back, the chain stays turned over and you can see the next one is available to you. So just single crochet all the way across. Even if you're doing the big size, just single crochet all the way across, just like I'm showing you here. And I'll move up to row number 2. So I'm at the end of the row. I'm just gonna turn my work, and let's begin row number 2. So this is the repeat pattern. Okay, so rows 2, 3, 4, and repeating row 3 is the repeat, okay, of the 4. So here's the first part. So we're gonna chain 1 and we're gonna single crochet into the very first one right underneath. Then what we're going to do is that we are going to do 1 treble in the next single crochet. So in the next one we're gonna do a treble. So we wrap the hook twice and insert it into the next stitch, pull through 2 and 2 and 2. So you'll notice that it's much bigger. So what's gonna happen is that you're gonna single crochet in the next one, and by doing that it's gonna fold it over and push and create a bump on the opposite side of the work. So the next one is a treble. So every other one is just a treble, and the ones in between are just a single crochet. That's all this pattern is. So I'm just continuing to treble when I need to and single crochet in between. So that's what's creating those bumps. So it's not really a big deal. So I wanna make sure I get right to the end of the work, and because I had you do it just in an even number when we started the chain, it will work out. So the one right before the, so you got two left, so 1 and 2, so the one before is a treble, and the very last one is a single crochet, and that completes off row number 2. So you're gonna turn your work and turn it, and you will see all the bumps are on this side. So this is gonna be row number 3, which will repeat every other row. So let's begin row number 3. So row number 3 is a very easy row. So we're just chain up 1 and 1 single crochet into the first one, and you're going to do 1 single crochet in each of the stitches. Now you're going to notice the treble looks like it's coming back, so I just turn it around a little bit. You can see the stitches are right there. So when you're looking at it from this point of view, you probably don't see it, but just remember that you just kinda gotta dive in from the top to get that stitch, and you're just single crocheting. Okay, so you just dive in. You will get used to that if you're new to crochet, and if you're experienced to crochet, you're just automatically looking for that anyway. So you're just gonna do 1 single crochet all the way across. So this is row number 3, which will repeat again after we finish the next row, which is gonna be row number 4. Okay, so we single crochet right to the end. So let's turn our work and then go for row number 4. So in row number 4, what's gonna happen is that we're going to shift these bumps. So the first shift is going to be that the bumps is gonna be starting a little bit later, and it's going to be finishing a little bit sooner. Okay, so the bumps will appear in between. Okay, so they're not right in the end, and etc. So let's get started. So we're gonna chain 1, and we're gonna do 1 single crochet in this stitch and in the next stitch. Okay, and now we're gonna start to do the treble, to do the bump. So we're gonna treble and just go right into the next one, and then the next stitch is a single crochet. So you already know how to do that. It's just a matter of starting off differently. Okay, so every other one is a treble, and the ones in between are a single. So the trick here on this row number 4 is that you have to finish a little bit sooner with these trebles, so that the final 2 stitches end up being 2 single crochets, or 1 single crochet each. So I have 2 stitches left, and I have a treble here which worked out, so the final 2 stitches are going to be a single crochet. So when you turn your work, you'll notice that the bumps again started later and finished sooner than the rows that you saw below. So let's turn our work and go for row number 3 again. So what do we do for row number 3? We just simply, I've already turned my work by the way, we're gonna chain 1 and we're gonna single crochet across. Okay, so this is a very easy row. So the ones with the trebles kind of make it a little bit of a slower pass across, but then you got a nice holiday in the next row with just single crochets going all the way across. So it's one of those where you got a little bit of work in one row and then just blazing across in the other, so you can watch TV in this particular row. So I'm gonna repeat and show you the steps all over again. Okay, so that was rows number 2, 3, 4, and repeating rows number 3. So let's turn our work and go for row number 2 again. So we're gonna chain up 1, single crochet in the first. So in row number 2 we start the treble in the next stitch, and then single crochet in the next, and then continue to repeat that all the way across. So treble, single crochet. If you haven't already figured it out by now, is that when I say treble, it's the Americanized treble. It's not the UK version of treble. So you're gonna continue to do this, and your last treble will be on this stitch right before the end. Okay, that's your last treble, and the last stitch is just a single. That was a repeating of row number 2. So you can see here in the last rows here, see these are shifted in, these are now brought back out. So you can see that there was a total of 5 bumps out. This one only has 4, this is 5 again. So let's chain up 1 and repeat rows number 3. So row number 3 is just 1 single crochet in each going across. So you could make like mini scrubbers. You could do these 2 back to back, and because the other side's flat you could just put them back to back with each other and sew around, or just do a single crochet around, and you can have an extra thick scrubby if you wanted to. going right to the end. Okay, let's turn our work and go for row number 4. Do you remember what to do? We chain up 1 and the first 2 are going to be single crochets, and then we start the treble. Okay, and then single, and we keep repeating those 2 all the way across. But what's happening on row number 4? If you remember, we have to stop and make sure that we have 2 single crochets in a row at the very end. And how would you remember that? Well, if you continued along, this will be a single crochet. You'll never have a treble on the outside. So I have 2 left, and then they're just gonna be single crochets each. Turn our work, and we have to repeat row number 3 once again. So chain up 1 and 1 single crochet into each. See that? So this is a really quite an easy pattern to do, and there is no border around this, but again, that's up to you if you would like to. And if you want to put up a hanging loop, you can. So right at the end, if you wanted to do that, so you're just gonna continue to go. If you want a hanging loop right at the end, just chain 10. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. Attach it with a single crochet to the beginning, and then fasten off, and then you would have your hanging loop for your cloth there. Okay, so that's how you do this one. This is the Lily Sugar and Cream yarn, and this is featuring the Daisy Plain Dishcloth. Again, there's a lot going on in this cloth, and you'll have a lot of fun with it, and I think it's a really cool idea. So until next time, I'm Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd as well as yarnspirations.com. Have a super day, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.